Hi, so I'm just going to do this to show you how to do a test on Google Forms. Hopefully you have a Google account. If you go to your Google Drive, okay, and you want to do a new, go down to where it says more, and you want to do a Google form. And if you pick from a template, or you can just do it from a blank form, it's more or less the same. So I'm going to go from a template. Now, if you go to the templates, there's lots of templates, but if you go down to educational, there's a blank quiz. So click on blank quiz. Okay, right. So I'll put some example questions in. So if you're doing a multiple choice exam, so obviously you want to do this. I'll call this physics year 10. Let's do a revision quiz. Okay, if you click on the top right hand corner there, so sometimes it does that automatically. Never mind. Physics year 10 revision. So when I save it, that's what it'll be called. You can describe what it is. So this is a revision quiz. You don't have to do that. Okay, my first question, I'm going to do multiple choice. So how does heat travel through a vacuum? The only word in English with two U's next to each other. Okay, option 1, convection. That's wrong. Option 2, conduction. That's wrong. Option 3, evaporation. That's wrong. Question 4, radiation, infrared radiation. Okay, now I can add an answer key to that. When I click on answer key, okay, I can say how many points for this, well, it's going to be 1 point, and I can click the correct answer. It says there, choose correct answer. So in this case, it's radiation. Okay, that's one question done. Okay, click plus to add another question. Now again, I could answer another multiple choice question. I'm going to do a short answer question. So, describe how the vacuum in a vacuum flask stops heat escaping. Okay, now there's one weakness here. So obviously, you can't. You can't expect students to get exactly the right answer here. And if you do the answer key, it will only mark it correct automatically if you do that. Now I'm going to click answer key because I'm going to give 2 points for this question. And I'm not going to give the correct answer. Now that only means that when students answer this quiz, the computer won't mark it and it won't give them any marks. So I always say to the students that the multiple choice part will be marked out automatically, but I will go through and look at their longer answer responses because the computer can't mark something like that. So that's the only weakness to this here. Let's ask another question. Okay. You can do lots of different things here. So check boxes means they can tick more than one. So if you had, let's see if I can think of an example of a question. So what are the ways that heat can be transferred? Okay, in which case there's more than one box here. So again, I can do conduction, convection, radiation, not specified in my evaporation, etc., etc., etc. Okay, now that means if I put the answer key there, there's going to be more than one correct answer. Yeah, those 3 are correct. Okay, I'm going to give 1 mark if they get all those. Okay, add another question. You can do longer responses, a paragraph here. So, describe how loft insulation keeps a house warm. Okay, now again, It's not going to ask for the correct answer here because obviously it's a long question there. But I can say how many points I'm going to give for that. I'm going to give 3 points for that because there's 3 points that I wanted to say. Okay, that's it really. When you want to share this with your students, if you click on here, you can send it to their emails, but obviously that's going to be, I think it's much easier normally just to get a link. You can shorten this. I don't know why they give you the long version really, but you can shorten it. If you click shorten URL, and you can copy that. Now then you can share that. So when I did this with my year 10, I shared them with them on Show My Homework. I told them what time I was going to share it with them, so it was 12 o'clock. And I said, you have 2 hours to do this before I close the test. Okay, so you can copy that and then paste that in to Show My Homework or whatever. You can do a preview. Okay, there's this one here, and this preview will show you what the test looks like to a student, so you can go through that, do that yourself. Okay, when the student's finished, they click submit and you get the response. So the only complication there is if your answers are written, the computer won't mark that. You're going to have to go through it and mark that yourself, like you normally would. If you only do multiple choice, when they submit it, they will get it'll tell them how many points they've got, and you can get that straight away on a spreadsheet. So this is really good for multiple choice. It's fine for other tests as well. Oh, sorry, I should also say you can also, if I want to put a picture in there, so if I click on there, you can insert an image. So if I wanted a picture, I think I've got a picture of a vacuum flask in my pictures. Okay, you can upload. If I go to my pictures, I think I have a vacuum flask in there. Yeah, vacuum flask. So let's say this question was about vacuum flasks, and I wanted a picture or a diagram to help them. Okay, and you can see that there, and you can also make that a bit smaller if you want as well. Okay, so there's that little box. When you put your cursor there, there's that picture there. So if you wanted a picture or a diagram to your question, you can do that as well. I hope that's fairly straightforward. Ask if you've got questions.